Have you ever studied for hours and hours, but then completely forgotten everything the next day? If you answered yes, don't worry because you're not alone. But what if I told you your brain isn't the problem? What if it's actually your method that's at fault? Well, in the next few minutes, I'm going to show you a powerful mental shortcut that memory champions use to retain information almost effortlessly. And here's a little secret. This method has been known to help people remember over 2,000 random facts for weeks, months, or even years at a time. So let's get started. Part 1. The brain loves images. Our brains didn't evolve to memorize random facts or trivia. They evolved to remember places and stories. And because of this, our visual memory is insanely accurate. Just think about it. When you close your eyes, you can almost instantly be transported back to your first day of school, your last vacation, or your favorite childhood spot simply by remembering what it looked like. It's incredible, but unfortunately, most of us don't train our brains to take advantage of this superpower. Instead, we force our brains to memorize things that aren't interesting or important, which is why it's hard to remember people's birthdays or the periodic table. But there is a way around this. Enter the Method of Loci, also called the Memory Palace. This is a mental technique that helps you remember a lot of information very quickly. Here's how it works. First, imagine a familiar place like your house. Then take each idea or fact that you want to remember and place a vivid image of it in a specific room or along a path. For example, if you need to remember milk, eggs, and batteries, picture a cow sitting on your couch, eggs falling down your stairs, and a giant battery in your bed. Yes, it sounds silly, but here's the thing, silly sticks. Research shows that bizarre, shocking, or funny images are much easier to remember than normal ones. Why? Because they activate what's called the reticular activating system in your brain, which filters out distractions and focuses your attention. So when you have an important event coming up, try using the Method of Loci to encode your memories with crazy images. Part 2, chunking. Another thing that can make remembering a lot of information a lot easier is chunking. You probably already do this without even realizing it. Think about phone numbers for a second. You don't really see them as 10 separate digits. You chunk them together into 3 or 4 groups. 555, 123, 45, 67. Not only does this make it easier to remember phone numbers, but it also makes it easier to dial them too. So here's the thing. By grouping numbers together, you're reducing the number of items your brain has to hold on to at once. And at the same time, you're creating meaningful connections between them. This is a big deal because as humans, we're wired to remember stories and pictures better than isolated facts and figures. So when you're faced with a lot of information, try chunking it together under themes or categories. For example, instead of trying to memorize 10 vocabulary words, try grouping them into 3 chunks based on their meanings. Part 3, practice example. Let's try a real example. Say you want to remember these words: apple, car, moon, pen, chair, dog. Now imagine yourself walking into your house. You see a giant apple rolling through your front door. As you walk into the kitchen, you see a car parked sideways. In the bathroom, the moon is glowing from the mirror. Your pen is writing on the wall in the hallway. And finally, you see a dog sitting on your office chair. Now close your eyes and try recalling those 6 words. Did you notice how much easier it was? That's the power of the Method of Loci. By placing vivid images in a familiar location, you can train your brain to effortlessly retrieve that information whenever you need it. Your memory isn't bad, it's just undertrained. We've spent hundreds of thousands of years evolving to become the greatest storytellers on the planet. So use your brain's natural strengths to help you remember things faster. Remember images, locations, and connections. Try it today and comment below what you want to remember. And if you found this helpful, give it a like and subscribe for more brain hacks. See you next time.